You're missing all the action. There's 2 police cars with a car stopped out front.
Oh, all right. Well, that sounds exciting.
I love sitting here. You have no idea how many traffic stops I see. It's like having live PD in front of me.
Yeah.
But you can't hear anything.
Gotcha.
We need those shrubs taken down by that 54 building in front of the sign, because I was sitting there at the stoplight the other day. I was like, those shrubs need some weed killer because they're blocking that sign.
All right. Well, I'll turn that into the maintenance department. Good call. Good call.
Add it to the list, right?
Yes, I will add it to the list. Absolutely. So I'm going to do, while everybody's getting on here, I'm going to do just a little bit of quick housekeeping. How's everybody's morning going?
It's terrific.
Good.
Good.
Agent.kw.
Hey, Rick, tell Max that Luke was approved.
I will when he gets out of bed.
I know. That's why I'm on the road. I wasn't waiting.
Should I wake him up?
No.
Wake him up and tell him to come to floor duty because Christine Bond is sick and couldn't make it this morning.
Oh, well, then Max, Rick, wake him up. He can come do that. Tell him. He wants to do that floor duty. He wants that. Yeah. What time does he need to be there, Elise?
Well, I thought that I would have agents that were available come in yet, so as soon as he can get here.
Okay.
You guys give me a
All right.
second. I'm connecting some Facebook here to get up and running for this. I'm going to be sharing my screen. Hope everybody's doing all right. I want to give some good news up here at the lake. We ran a report on listings taken, and the last 7 days, the #1 listing taken in our market was Keller Williams. So excellent job, everybody. Listings are how we predict our business at the windshield. They tell us.
If you want to do that, also your loop has been approved.
I'm just connecting right here. Connect.
And there's a Zoom going on right now.
Yep, there's a Zoom going on right now. Okay, so I'm gonna log her out here. All right, good morning, everybody. We all know that the 9 o'clock meeting in real estate starts at about 9:03, so good to see some of you guys getting on. We'll be getting more people coming. I'm gonna mute all so that we cut down on the side noise. If you wanna talk, just unmute yourself or jump into the chat. So this morning, I had an interesting conversation yesterday with an agent, and she was talking about needing to get traffic on some of her listings, right? And one of the things that we've been preaching a lot, we've been teaching periodically, we're going to talk about it again this morning. We're going to run another ad through the Facebook Lead Accelerator. And before we do this, I want to have a quick conversation around leads. And, you know, in this day and age, some technology has created what I sometimes refer to as the easy button situation, where we've turned leads into, that's what we call deals. So you're getting something from a Zillow or Realtor.com and you say, oh, well, I'm getting a lot of leads from them. Well, no, you're getting a lot of calls, and then once in a while one calls and it's a buyer and it's a deal that's pretty hot. And what we've lost is the notion that we build our business through lead generation and lead follow-up, right? We're kind of getting away from that. And that was okay when things were red hot, but now as inventory tightens up, as things get a little hinky with a shift in the market, it's important to focus on building your database, right? Building that database, because the more people in your database, the more contacts you're making, the more that's going to roll over. And so acquiring names, emails, phone numbers of potential buyers and potential sellers, that's lead generation. And then following up and touching them 8 times in 8 weeks and, 33 to 36 times over the year, that's how you build a sustainable business out of your database. And, guys, there's lots of value around database. If you're thinking about retiring at some point as an agent, if you have a big database of potential clients, you can sell that to some other agent. There's a value there in building your database, right? So as you run these Facebook ads, understand, just like anything else, no, if you get 30 people coming back, there's not 30 people that are going to buy a house that week. But you may get 1 or 2 that are really warm buyer leads, and then you're going to get another 20 or so that are going to feed that database monster. And if you'll set them up and you'll touch them and you'll work that database the way that you need to as a real estate agent to be successful, you're going to have the growth in your business long term. And that's why these are so important. Okay. So we're going to start off, and I'm going to share my screen. Share screen, share. And I'm going to pull up the command dashboard. So I'm going to log out of my command, and I'm going to run this up here along the top just to, all right, I'm going to run this along the top here, and I'm going to log out of this and log into Mary Lou Stone, because we're going to advertise one of her properties today. So we're going to sign in as Mary Lou Stone. All right, this is Mary's. You can see that picture of her. She's got that big old smile. She's happy. You know, if you haven't dealt with Mary Lou Stone is always bringing a ton of energy and happiness, and she is a pleasure to work with, unlike me, who can be kind of grumpy. So, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to run an ad for one of her properties at the Enclaves. If you guys haven't drove out to the Enclaves, they are gorgeous. The views are gorgeous. If you've got buyers you're working with looking to buy a really well-built new place with gorgeous lake views, you need to reach out to Mary Lou and get her to inform you about the Enclaves, okay? So we're going to go down here to campaigns. Now remember, guys, you can click on the KW and you can go down to campaigns, okay? My door was creaking open. Sorry, it's creeping me out there. So I'm going to go to campaigns here, and we've got Mary Lou's social media connected. We've got our Facebook channel already up and running. We can also connect to Twitter feed if we want to, Google AdWords, things like that. But today we're going to be using Facebook. So we're going to go and create a new campaign. All right. We're going to do a paid social ad. Okay. Now what are we looking to do here? All right. And the address, let me pull up my text message here, is 1003 Enclaves. So we're going to name this 1003 Enclaves. Now don't bog down on what to name it. Name it however you want to name it. This is your list, so it's just when you're looking through your multiple ads you're running, however you want to name them is fine. You can name them by client name, address, however you go. And what are we trying to do? Well, right now we're going to advertise this listing. So we could advertise multiple listings. We could attract listings. So if you want to try to attract listings, run you an ad, right? Attract buyers, brand awareness. If you're trying to brand yourself, there's lots of potential ad campaigns you can run. Today we're advertising a listing. So where is our campaign going to run? It's going to run on Facebook. And we're going to click set up the campaign. So we put our name in, we're advertising a listing, and we're going to run it, set up the campaign. Okay. So we click that, here it comes. It's going to ask us, and we're going to search all the listings, and we're looking for 1003 Enclaves. It's searching, and it's a searching. There you go. All right, lot 1003 Enclaves Lane. All right, Mary Lou Stone. This is the one right here. So we're going to select it, okay? Make sure there's nothing. At least keep an eye on the chat while I'm doing this and pop in if anybody pops up on chat for me. All right, so it's pulled it in. So here it is. This is this beautiful home that Mary Lou's got rocking and rolling. It's all right. It's got it in, brand new and ready for your finishing touches. The Enclaves has the newest villas, best views, floor plans, and neighborhoods on Horseshoe Bend. 4 beds, 3 baths, fireplaces, lakeside covered decks, and 2-car garages. All right, and I hear that a garage is like gold here at the Lake of the Ozarks because not a lot of houses have them. So that's a huge thing, right? All right, so that's our name, and our goal is to advertise this listing. This is the listing we want. Now we got to do our ad text. Pulls in this. This is pretty good on the main copy, okay? You get up to 250 characters. You can also add emojis, and I know anyone over 30, we all say, God, really, I got to put a little cartoon smiley face in there. But statistically speaking, guys, advertisements with emojis and things like that do tend to get more, more, I don't know what the right word is, more traction on Facebook sometimes. So, you know, you might.
It also allows you to put more in if you utilize them correctly. Like when I was creating our Instagram last night, the biography didn't have enough for me to say that we take extremely good care of our agents so that they can take extremely good care of their customers. I had to use the little tool emoji to get the characters down to where I could fit everything that needed to be said.
Well, there you go. So sometimes you can substitute an emoji for a word. You hear that, guys? Someday we'll all just be speaking in smiley face, knife, orange, and that'll mean, hey, good to see you, right? So get ready for the over emojification of America. All right, so headline. All right. Beautiful new build awaits your finishing touches. How's that sound for a headline? Probably ought to not be beautiful new build. So we're walking out, we're making our headline. Now we're going to give a description. All right. So let's see. I'm always terrible at this. Gorgeous new villa with stunning lake views. Is this property in Four Seasons? No. Can anyone tell me that?
No.
Kate says no Lake Ozark.
Lake Ozarks. Okay. So gorgeous new villa, capitalized G, with stunning lake views
On Horseshoe Bend.
on Horseshoe Bend in Lake Ozark. Waiting for your waiting for customization.
Do you want to talk about hardwood floors or?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Hardwood floors, granite counters, I assume.
Granite countertops.
Granite countertops.
Stainless steel appliances.
All stainless appliances.
Hey, Martin, I hate to interrupt. The description, can somebody tell me where the description shows up on the ad? Because I don't even see it on some of the ones I put in.
It's on the bottom underneath the
See
headline.
underneath where it's going in.
No, he means on the ad.
I see where it's going in on yours. For some reason, it's not going in there on mine. I'll have to double check.
Okay, well this is a preview of what it looks like on the web. Mobile, it should look like this. It should be right above the Learn More button on your ad.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good question, though. That's the whole point. Don't hesitate to interrupt, guys. We're doing this to learn, right? So if you've got a question about it, the whole concept around doing these on Friday mornings is to get everybody in and help teach you and help solve the problem. So if it's something we can solve, jump in there. All right. All stainless.
And one more thing, Martin, I'm sorry again. I was going to point this out about the headline or the description. When you said stunning lake views on Horseshoe Bend and Lake Ozark, I mean, we need to remember our audience sometimes. They may not know what Horseshoe Bend is, and they may confuse Lake Ozark, the town, with Lake of the Ozarks. So if you're sending this ad to Des Moines, Iowa, we need to tailor it for people who may not be as well known, who may not know the territory here as well as we do. So be more of a general speak. Be sure you use the words Lake of the Ozarks in general. That's just something I found useful.
Okay, excellent. So we'll give
Thank
that.
you.
We'll give that. We'll give that a run here. So stunning views of the Lake of the Ozarks. Good call. Gorgeous new villa with stunning views of the Lake of the Ozarks. Hardwood floors, granite countertops, all stainless appliances. Mary Lou, what else we got cooking on this thing?
We've got custom wet bar.
Custom wet bar.
You cannot put that in a Facebook ad.
Oh, that's right. Hey, that's right. So
That's what got me denied.
wet bar, we can't. You can't do alcohol. Facebook. This is not a command or a Keller Williams policy. This is a Facebook policy. They won't let ads through that talk about alcohol, and we've had them get hung up by wet bar. So, is there a workaround word we can use, Elise?
I honestly just took it out.
Yeah, just take it out and
How about custom entertaining space?
in lower level.
Ah, man, I cannot type.
Do you just want to use the description that's on the MLS?
Well, that's on the top here, right?
Okay.
Brand new and ready for your finishing touches.
Okay.
So we're kind of trying to. We don't want to use it twice, if that makes sense.
Okay. Let's talk about. Can I get specific to the neighborhood?
Please.
Okay. So it's going to be unique.
Unique.
Oh gosh. Neighborhood with clubhouse.
With clubhouse,
Pool,
pool,
playground,
playground,
fire pit,
fire pit,
golf cart path.
and cart path. Oh, we've hit our character limit, 250
Oh,
characters.
okay. Well, we need to talk about the docks. The docks are available. So take the fire pit out and, okay. Kate, do you think there should be anything else in there?
And docks available. I think this is pretty solid.
Okay.
I think this is pretty solid. And we used Rick's point. We're going to put Lake of the Ozarks in there. And, remember, we're trying to drive conversation. So one of the things that we want them to do is click that learn more button and reach out to you so that you can call them and say, oh, yes, I'd love to tell you about all these other things.
Do you want to put docks available in Marina? You're there now. You're already at 250. Docks available works.
We just need to edit it up a little bit. Views. Custom docs.
I think
available. We're just gonna have to go with docs available.
You got it.
All right. So we're gonna save our ad text. So that's done. That's done. Now we just need to configure our Facebook ad. We're gonna go with Mary Lou Stone, the Mary Lou Stone team, your foundation for real estate success. I like that tagline, Mary Lou.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so now we see what our ad's going to look like. It's going to have the Mary Lou Stone team here. It's going to have this picture here. It's going to pop it up. This is what it'll look like on desktop, right? This is what it'll look like on mobile. So we're going to move back over here. Use the Facebook lead gen form. Guys, this is the secret sauce to capturing those leads is the Facebook lead gen form. You're going to click it, and the first time it's going to ask us, please log in with selected account, Mary Lou Stone. Okay, let me log into her Facebook because it's going to ask us to agree to Facebook's terms and conditions. So I'm going to log myself out here. log out. And let me log in. I knew that I would need this, so I reached out to her assistant and said, hey, let me get that information, and she took care of me. We are not sharing her password. So, all right, that's the Mary Lou Stone Facebook group. So now I'm going to click it, and it's going to ask me to authorize it. So, okay, continue. Make sure it's on your team, accept the terms and service. Says you won't, basically says you're not going to sell third-party data, and you're not going to spam people to death, and you're not going to be discriminatory. That's the big thing they're always watching for, is that you won't discriminate through your ads. So, all right, we've done that. That's all we needed there. So now when I click it, it's going to say, okay, no problem. So it's going to put the Learn More button in. All right, now a follow-up destination. Mary Lou, what's your website?
You got that, maryloustone.com.
MaryLouStone.com. MaryLouStone.com. All right. And now we're going to target it. So this is where it's important, right? Custom settings. We don't want to advertise here at the Lake of the Ozarks because our business is not here at the Lake of the Ozarks, okay? So what we want to do is select a location. Where do most of our buyers come from here at Lake of the Ozarks?
St. Louis.
St. Louis. So we're going to search for St. Louis, Missouri, and we want it to run to Facebook. We want it to spread its tendrils out there, try to find as many potential buyers as we can. So we're going to run a big radius around St. Louis, Missouri, and we're going to add some interest here. So we talk about it all the time. How do you target? Well, if people are liking and sharing Zillow posts, then there's a good chance they might be in the market for real estate. So we want to target them, right? We want to add or change multiple interests. We're going to come back and say, well, how about realtor.com? Oh, that's not how you spell realtor. Man, I cannot spell this morning. I apologize, guys. I've misspelled just about everything so far. All right. What about real estate? Maybe they're into real estate investing, right? Maybe they're in a real estate investment club. Maybe they'd like to buy something like that. Maybe they're a broker that has a client looking. So we're trying to get our message out to all these different people. And remember, targeting agents in these other areas are great because maybe they're not in our MLS. So maybe they don't see when listings go on. So the agents of your potential buyers may not even know that your listing is on the market, right? So you don't want to throw them out. How about mortgage? If they're looking for a mortgage calculator or they're looking for a mortgage lender, then they may be in the market for real estate. So this is going to take Facebook's algorithms and target these ads to people that we've selected to give us a better dive down in there, okay? So those are 7, and it's going to show you these are people who have expressed an interest in or like pages related to market mortgage loans, right? So it takes all these numbers, and this is how you fine-tune your ad. So we're going to save our selection. Going to click Save Facebook Ad. How are we doing?
Hello?
Hey, are you still at home?
For a second.
Will you give me a dog and walk out the garage and see if there's a...
Okay. Sorry about that. Every once in a while, I got a random unmuting there. Okay. All right. So now this is where it asks for our duration and budget. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run a little test ad here, and we're going to run it for 10 days at $1 per channel. Okay. It's going to go here to here. I'm going to click Save Duration and Budget. Okay. And that's it. Your ad is ready and put together. So, 20 minutes start to finish with us clicking, talking about it, answering a couple questions. So we're going to click Publish. Now it's going to ask me to add a card. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll spring for this one, Mary Lou. I'll put the $10.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. if you guys want an ad, I'm a sucker. Just come talk to me, and if I'm running it for you, I'll definitely be willing to spend $10 on it because I want to help you grow your business. So as soon as it quits spinning here, as it's being difficult this morning. Sorry, there you go. All right. Martin Richardson is my name. My card number is, I'm not about to tell all you guys. You'll just have to watch me type in dots. Not that I don't trust you, but I don't want Rick to go out and buy a new shotgun on me. I know how he's always looking for a good deal. If you don't know, don't get into an auction with Rick if there's a gun he wants. He took one right out of my hands at an auction not long ago. I wanted that shotgun so bad. I just didn't have that Servant luxury agent level money, man. All I got is TL money. It won't get it done. All right, so we're going to slap that card in there. And we're going to click Create the Campaign. It's going to spin for a second while it processes through everything. Facebook campaign successfully created. There you go. We're rocking and rolling. It's pending review. It's now running. So what's going to happen, and Mary Lou and Kate, you guys be aware of this. You see the little notification bell up here when you log into your command. It's going to show you a notification, and when leads start coming, it'll say you have a lead in, you have a lead in. It'll also pop up on Mary Lou's Kelly, and I got her set up on that app yesterday, so she's ready to rock. All right. The other place it'll be is when you come into command and it opens and it's your home screen. There you go. It's going to be right here at the bottom, recent leads. Now, what I like to do is I like to customize the home page. So I'm going to customize Mary Lou's here, and I'm going to move her leads up to the top because design updates are a little less important than leads, right? I mean, who cares about the newest cute postcard? But now when she logs in, her task list will be right here, and her recent leads will be right there. So as they build into her database, it'll say Facebook ad lead, and it'll have phone number, email address right there below it. It'll also be in the contract and the contacts with a little circle that says lead. And so you can go and search by the contacts that way. And there you go. It will pour them right in. And we're seeing lots of success. In fact, if we go back and check the one that I ran, let me get out of Mary Lou's here and log into mine. So I taught a class on this and ran one through my page for Jenna and Terry as an example. And they got, oh man, I think there's still leads coming in. I gotta send them another page. Look at that, a few seconds ago. Leads are still pouring in from the Facebook ad. Let's check my campaign statistics. You go to campaigns. All right. Leads generated, 45 leads for a $10 spend, right? 45 leads, spent $10. So what is that? I don't have my calculator out. Let me grab my phone here. And unless anybody's a quick math person, they can just jump on and tell me. $10 divided by 45. It's 22 cents a lead, guys. 22 cents a lead. So I just built 45 names to their database for 22 cents a name. So think about it. Think about things we spend money on to try to get leads in the past. How much do you spend to throw a good open house when you have a listing? Do you spend more than $10? And what do you call a success? If 5 people walk through that open house, if 10 people walk through that open house and 6 of them signed your list, did you call that a success? And were you spending $50, $100 to hold a good open house, you know, to market it and put balloons out and buy some bottles of water? Right here, this is a way to advertise your listing online to a huge audience and capture leads at literally cents on the dollar. You know, some of the activities we used to undertake to try to find buyer leads and things like that, we're spending a lot of money on. You know, 22 cents a lead is really, really good. And you can come down here and look at my paid ads dashboard, which I probably should have done first because I bet it did the math for me actually. and it'll say, all right, be selling group, there you go. Cost per lead captured, 22 cents. Cost per click, 280, 1,000 impressions, right? So they got 1,000 eyeballs on this listing. You want to win a listing appointment? Tell them that your marketing plan gets 1,000 people to look at it online within the first week. Okay, you have statistics here to back that up. So you got to understand that it's not just about advertising this property. What we're doing now is we're advertising Mary Lou's entire brand, and this is going to go out, and 1,000 people are going to see the Mary Lou Stone team, right? And 45 of them are going to give her a number that she can call and try to generate business, or the agents on her team can call and try to generate business. If you get a closing out of this ad, we spent $10, and the average commission up here should be rolling like, I don't know, gross commission should be over $7,000 because our average sales price last month was $240 across the board. So you're talking about, you know, $6,000 worth of net commission to you for a $10 ad spend if this just finds one buyer. So, you know, it's important to set your expectations in the right spot, where if you're expecting all 45 of those to be buyers, I can't make you that promise. What I can tell you is 45 people contacted and worked and touched the way you're supposed to work your database will result in some business. So questions, ahas, observations, other issues around this? Anyone?
Well, I was really frustrated with the ad process, but finally mine got approved and the leads are starting to come in. We've got about 9 leads now on one of my ads, so that's
Nice.
good.
Nice. And, you know, Marina brings up a good point. You know, Facebook had gotten a little slow on approving some ads that we don't have any way to know. We assume that the virus, because they were on a limited work group and they didn't have full capacity staff, that it maybe bogged down some things, but she's still been a relative outlier. It's generally only taken a day. In fact, Dan Bolin ran one last week. I swear it was approved in hours. So hard to say. We're still learning about what the hickeys in the approval process are. But Marina, I'm glad to hear yours is now up and running and 9 leads. How much did you guys spend?
Just $20. I ran 2 ads, $20 each.
Excellent.
And one is to get listings, and one is on one of our properties. And I will say that about a day and a half went by after it was approved with no leads at all. And that's why I was really getting frustrated, but then they started coming in. So
sure. And you know what? Sometimes that happens. It's got to just make its way out into the population. Right. And you know, Elise, if you take one of her social media classes, I'm sure she could tell us all about Facebook. You know, there's times of the day and days of the week where if your ad starts rolling, then you may get more traffic at first because it's got to roll through the cycle. So Marilyn Gilpin points out that they're getting several leads too on the Facebook ads. So guys, there you go. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. We're getting these. Just understand, you've got to convert them, right? And just because you get their phone number doesn't mean you're going to sell them a house. You still have to call. You have to show them your value proposition. You have to do your buyer analysis. You have to do all the fundamental work that is the key to being successful as a real estate agent, right? So, but that's a great point, Marina. And thank you, Marilyn Gilpin, for diving in and running some ads and having some success. Proud of you for that. Who else? What else can we cover, answer, or clear up?
I wanted to take the opportunity with everyone on the Zoom to let you know that over the weekend, I'm going to be sending everyone a questionnaire. We are doing an audit of all media that is out on the internet of all of our agents. So the questionnaire is going to include spots for you to put your URLs so that I can easily find all of your multiple profiles. And if you guys could get these sent to me, that would be great. A week after I send it out, I'm going to get Martin a list of who hasn't gotten me anything. So don't be on my list.
Well, and okay, Elise is making it sound like we're the Gestapo. So let me clear up there. But why don't you let's see if we can make this not sound quite as. What we're doing, guys, is we've had a big roll in here. There's been some changes through MREC laws. And so all we're doing is we're trying to help our agents stay compliant. So we're not auditing you to say, hey, we don't like this or we don't like that. We're simply trying to make sure that we're helping everybody stay out of real estate jail. So we're just doing a little spring cleaning compliance, roundup to help everybody double check. We're not going to be cracking any whips or coming down on anybody. We just want to make sure that we're getting you the help you need to be compliant. And we're going to do that in both market centers moving forward. And it's just a check. Like I said, we're not going to be bugging you to death about anything. We're just going to be trying to help make sure everybody's compliant. We know that there's been a lot of changes, and we just want to, it's just good to help your agents do a little spring cleaning and make sure that we help you just stay out of real estate jail. So that's what she meant. That's the nice way of saying what Elise just said. So, sorry, Elise. I was just sitting there listening, thinking, man, that sounds really harsh. We're not doing it that way. How do these ads connect Facebook with people searching realtor.com, etc.? How does the algorithm work? Okay. I know what an algorithm is in theory because I know it's a math equation. I am not an algorithm expert, Tiana. What I can tell you is, and this is a very third grade understanding of math. I mean, I'm not very good at division, much less algorithms. But how do these ads connect Facebook with people searching for realtor.com? So if we target people that have shown an interest in or liked pages at realtor.com, Facebook's supercomputer knows that. And oh, there's Gerald. Gerald, I'm so glad you popped on.
Yeah, I was going to kind of help with this. So Facebook's a little bit different than any other platform because people, they put all their information willingly into Facebook. They go like pages, and you can obtain a lot of information from the pages that people like. If they're, liking real estate agents, they're going to be more likely to be interested in buying a house than someone who likes, I'm having a problem coming up with a good reference here, but just something completely not related to real estate. And the other thing with Facebook is a lot of people grant Facebook a lot of permissions on their devices. I don't know if you've ever been on Facebook or had your phone in your pocket and been talking about getting dog food, and then you see an ad about dog food in Facebook. It's the same principle there. Facebook is gathering all this information on these people, regardless if they want to or not, they are gathering that information. So Facebook is able to obtain a lot more information about you than any other platform on the internet.
So basically, Gerald, what you do, Facebook's computer, their database knows if I'm liking realtor.com. So when I target an ad to people that have that interest, it knows who that is and pushes the ad towards feeds that are associated with them.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And like I said, it also listens to what you're talking about. And if you're talking about buying a vacation house, Facebook is gathering that information. Even if your phone's on standby in your pocket, Facebook is gathering that information.
So if the world wasn't creepy enough, your phone is listening. All right. So everybody look at your phone and kind of take that into consideration for a minute. As I'm listening to him talk, and I'm putting my phone in the drawer here. So what we can tell you is, this is where we're leveraging Facebook's massive data and massive technology, and by integrating and connecting with them. And for those of you that don't know, Facebook even came to Family Reunion this year to talk to us about stuff. So, when Facebook and Google start recognizing your tech has value, that really says something, because that's probably the, two of the three or four biggest names in tech, recognizing that our technology is there and that they want to be associated with us, and that we're building work together. But that's a great question. So the short answer, how does the algorithm work? Magic. All right. Black magic. But, that's okay. We'll take it. So other questions? Questions, issues, concerns, ahas? I just want to remind everyone, we'll go ahead and do this, and then we'll wrap up and let you get to your lead generation. If you're not utilizing your command, when you get up every morning, if you owned a a restaurant or a store or an insurance office, or if you owned a real estate brokerage, you'd come unlock the door. This is your business right here, guys, your platform. And if you'll get up every day and open this up and have this up and your MLS up, you can run your entire business from this, and you'll start to see a lot of really beneficial things that you can use. And you don't have to use them all, but I would say, you know, if you haven't taken a look at all Command can do for you, give it a shot. Also, stay up to date on the product. Oh, that's the other cool thing I'd like to show you guys. So let me see if I can pull it up here. I don't know if, let me see if it's configured on my side because I've been using the pullover site. If you can sign in and search for a property, and I don't have an account to my own website, so I can't show you guys. If you guys haven't seen the button, and I don't know how to share my phone screen, or I would. If you guys haven't seen the button that shows, can I share my phone via AirPlay? I think I can. Let me try to do this real quick because I want to show you guys what's going on with the app, okay? So now a plug-in is required. Oh, well, okay. I can't do it. I'll have to get, so guys, basically, if you go check out your Command website or your app, this week they released a schedule a video tour button, okay? So if I'm logged into Mary Lou's app and I'm looking at the Enclave house and I want to schedule to go see it, I can click right there a button that says schedule a video tour, and it'll give me the option to give Mary Lou a contact and give her 3 particular times that I could potentially go see the house and when I'm available. And it'll ask me if I want to do it in person or a video, and it'll ask me what video platform. So go get into your app and go get into your Command website and play with that functionality. And this is a great excuse to touch your entire database, right? Email that app out to your entire database and say, my app now has the feature where you can schedule a video showing on a house you like. So, you know, this is a time where not everybody's comfortable getting out. That could be a tremendous, tremendous value. And I'm going to figure out how to put my phone on the screen, and I'll do a loom out this afternoon to everybody to show you how to dig into it more. But that's a tremendous feature we just built into our app and our website. I wish I could show you guys. I didn't think about it, or I would have already set my phone up to it. But tremendous feature this week. So other questions, ahas, issues, or concerns? If not, I'm going to let everybody go so that we can get to our lead generation. I appreciate everyone being here, trying to pour into your business. Please, please, please share this with an agent you're talking to. I know the conversation a lot of times around the market center, and this is true for Tri-Lakes, this is true for Lake of the Ozarks, is, oh, Command doesn't work. Oh, I have this problem. Oh, I have this problem. Hey, you know what? Be part of the solution, not the problem. Don't be a stumbling block to your fellow agent. Instead, say, hey, you know, I think they're teaching classes on it every Friday morning. You should give it a shot. Hey, you should reach out to Martin or Gerald or Jamie or you know, so many of the people that are diving in. I heard whole teams are running it. So, you know, help drive that positive conversation, because what are we learning in Bold right now? Complaining equals garbage magnet, right? Don't be a garbage magnet. Instead, be a solution to it, all right? There's lots of wonderful technology that we're providing that can help you run your business through this downturn. So thank you so much to everybody. We need
Hey, Martin,
Yes.
let's not forget to mention the launch.
I apologize. Gosh, my bad, Coach. You know what? That's right. Guys, if you haven't heard, we have productivity programs at Tri-Lakes and now at the Lake of the Ozarks. We have Tiffany Servant as our new productivity coach. She is building her program, and her job is there primarily to build you into a capper or a double capper or a triple capper to take your business where it needs to go. So we're really excited. Tiffany has been gracious enough to tell me that she'll give anybody who's interested a free 30-minute coaching session with her. So if you are here at the Lake of the Ozarks and you are interested in getting involved or learning more about productivity coaching, no commitment, no fees, no hassle. She can do it with you in person or via Zoom. And if you sign up for her program, you are going to get a ton of value. I was a productivity coach. I can tell you it is one of the best things that agents can do to invest in your money, because, you know, it's like a gym membership. You don't pay anything if you're, or it's not like a gym membership. A gym membership is you pay, and if you don't go, that's on you. With productivity coaching, you only pay if you're closing deals. So it's an investment that's well worth it. And if you want to take your business to the next level, I can't recommend productivity coaching enough. So Tiffany, you want to add anything to that?
Well, I'm going to give them a little snippet of something that they might not even be thinking of. But I basically had a productivity coach, Mark King, and 3.5 years ago, the year prior to me joining KW, top producer agent for years and years, developed subdivision, had 28 agents. It got to the point I only made $6,000 the year before I joined KW. And you guys can go look and see what my numbers are now. It's considerably a lot more. So what I will tell you is I didn't realize the business was changing because I'd been doing this for 34 years and it had, and I didn't know how. And so that's why even if you've been in the business for a while, productivity coaching will help you take it to the next level. So it's been life-changing for us. My husband lost a position, or they did restructuring, and he needed to come into the company, and it just, we were like, what do we do? And the PC coach we had just took it to the way beyond the next level, Martin, just way beyond the next level. And I'll give them one idea of something that they can be doing. You were just talking about our app that we have. One of the bold scripts that we would talk about, or one of the ideas that we could, and they can try this right now, is share their app with everybody and say, hey, we're relaunching our app, which we did. I need your help. Can you download my app and give me an idea of what you think of my app? Can you let me know what you think of my app? Can you help me out? So if you send that to all of your contacts, ask them to download it, ask for their feedback. You need their help. Use the word, can you help me out here? Download my app and tell me what you think of it. You will get feedback. They will download your app, and then when they need to see something on or look up a real estate, they'll go to your app and not Zillow, because it does the same thing and it does more. So that's just one of the many, many ideas that we would go through in PC coaching. So yeah, if you want to schedule an hour, my number is 636-697-4495. Elise has my number at Four Seasons, or Amy or Karen can give it to you, and we'll schedule a half hour for next week and see if it's of interest to you. Does that sound good, Martin?
That sounds great. Thank you so much, Coach. And you know what? She makes a great point. Share that app with everybody, because you know what happens when they log in and they download your app and log into it? That their contact information goes straight into your command. So if you got 500 people in your phone that you'd like to have in your command database, send them that app. If they sign in and download your app, their phone number, email address, and name go in as a contact card, and there it is. It's already in there for you. So excellent job, everybody.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Coach. We appreciate it. You guys hit her up. Gerald has his finger up like he wants to say something.
One other thing that I wanted to throw out on that Facebook algorithm and kind of how that works is another thing that factors in is how people interact with content. So say you're scrolling through Facebook and you keep clicking on pictures of lake houses and stuff, Facebook's going to take that and know that, well, maybe they're looking at lake houses, and they're going to factor that into their algorithm. So not only is it what you say and the pages that you interact with, but it's the content that you interact with. And that's in groups and however they are. So if every time they scroll by a house, 3 out of the 10 times they're clicking on it, Facebook's going to take that and know that, well, this person's more interested in buying houses than your typical person. So
no, I agree. All right. Great job, everybody. Great information, Marina. We will have next week, just for Marina, on Friday, we are going to do the Kelly app, the Keller app, and things like that. So that's a great idea. That's what we're going to dive into. We'll see you next Friday, same bat time, same bat station. Thanks, everybody. Get out there and lead generate.